Have you ever felt like you're just pouring money into online ads with absolutely nothing to show for it? Yeah, you are not alone. It's probably one of the biggest frustrations for business owners out there. But today, we're going to fix that. Let's dive into how you can get real, measurable results from your advertising without just lighting your money on fire.
You know, paid ads, they feel like they hold so much promise, don't they? This idea of instant visibility, a flood of new customers, basically growth on demand. But at the same time, they can feel like a total trap, where one wrong click, one bad setting, and your money just vanishes. So what's the real story here?
Well, here's the hard truth, and this comes right from our source material. If you're looking at ads as some kind of shortcut to success, you are just going to burn through your cash. They aren't a magic button, but, and this is a big but, there's a much smarter way to think about them, and a much, much smarter way to use them.
And it all starts with this one simple but incredibly powerful rule. Before you ever spend a single dollar on an ad, you have to get your foundation right. Seriously, this part is completely non-negotiable.
Here's the most crucial point to get. Ads are an amplifier. They're not a creator. All they do is take what's already working and make it louder. So if your message isn't connecting with people for free, with your existing audience, paying to show it to a bunch of strangers isn't going to magically fix it. It just makes you lose money faster.
So before you even think about opening your wallet, you got to ask yourself these questions and be really honest about it. Do you have an offer that's already getting a great response for free? Have you put content out there on social media or in an email and seen people actually engage with it? If you can't confidently say yes to these, then your job isn't to run ads yet. It's to get these fundamentals dialed in first.
Okay, so let's say you've done the work. You've proven your offer organically. You know what message actually works. Now it's time to choose your amplifier. And for most businesses, it's going to come down to two major players, Google and Meta. And listen, they are not interchangeable. Think of them as different tools for very, very different jobs.
And this slide right here just nails the core difference. Think about it like this. Google helps you find people who are already looking for what you offer. They have a problem, and they're literally typing into a search bar looking for a solution right now. Meta, on the other hand, which is Facebook and Instagram, helps people find you, even when they didn't know they were looking. You're building awareness, you're creating that future demand.
And this is where it gets really practical, right? If you're a dentist, someone searching Google for dentist near me is, well, it's a golden opportunity. That is capturing intent. But if you're a cafe with a new lunch menu, a slick Instagram ad that targets people who live nearby, that's the perfect way to build some local buzz. It's all about picking the right tool for the job.
All right, so you've got your organic proof, you've picked your platform. Now let's talk about how to not fall into the traps. These are the 5 most common money pits that will just absolutely drain your bank account if you're not careful, so pay close attention here. First up, the classic mistake, trying to talk to everybody. An ad for everyone in the country is basically an ad for nobody. You have to get super specific. Who exactly are you trying to reach? What are their interests? Where do they hang out online? I promise you, the narrower your focus, the more powerful every single dollar becomes.
Next up, running an ad without a single clear purpose. I mean, what do you actually want someone to do when they see your ad? Do you want them to buy something? Sign up for a newsletter? Give you a call? You have to pick one thing. Because if you don't clearly define what success looks like, you'll have no idea if you ever achieve it.
Oh man, this one is so critical and people overlook it all the time. You could have the greatest ad in the history of advertising, but if someone clicks it and lands on a slow, confusing, or just plain sketchy-looking website, you've just paid money to annoy a potential customer. That landing page has to deliver on the promise your ad made.
Running ads without tracking is kind of like trying to drive a car with your eyes closed. It's not going to end well. Both Google and Meta give you these free tools called tracking pixels. They're just tiny bits of code you pop on your website. They show you exactly what's working and what's not. Without them, you're not really advertising, you're just gambling.
And finally, the big one. It's so tempting to just go all in right from the start, isn't it? It's exciting, but it's also incredibly risky. You don't learn anything by betting the whole farm on your first try. The smart way to do it is to start small, see what the data tells you, and then, and only then, do you gradually spend more on what you know actually works.
So, how do we actually put all this into practice without risking a bunch of money? Well, let's build a really simple, totally safe test that you can literally start running today.
That's it. $5. For the price of a fancy coffee, you can start running ads.
And look, this isn't about getting 1 million customers overnight. It's about buying data. It's about learning what messages and what audiences actually respond to what you're offering in the real world.
And here is your step-by-step blueprint. First, you start with something that's already proven to work organically. Second, you pick the right platform for your goal. Are you capturing intent or building awareness? Next, you set that tiny $5 budget. You absolutely 100% install your tracking so you can measure everything. Then you just compare the results. And finally, you simply do more of what works and you turn off what doesn't. See, it's a process of discovery, not a roll of the dice.
So we come full circle back to the single most important idea in all of this. Your business, your product, your message. That's the music. The ads, they're just the amplifier you use to let more people hear it. And let's be honest, if the music isn't any good, just turning up the volume is not going to help. So let's end with this question, and I want you to really think about it. What's that one thing in your business that's already working really well? That one social media post that got tons of comments? That one service that everybody keeps asking for? That's your starting point. That's what's ready for the amplifier. Find that, and you found the key to using ads without wasting your money.